Welcome to part two of my visit to Fort Langley and the Fort RV Camping Park situated right almost downtown Fort Langley. You just cross over this little bridge and on the left-hand side is a huge RV park and you'll enjoy it there. It's a beautiful location. Leave your RV there and within 5 minutes you're walking around downtown Fort Langley, and add a couple of more minutes to that and you're over at the BC Farm Museum. Well, this is part two. On the first part, I featured a lot of the artifacts inside, including a two-headed calf. That's something you don't see very often, but it's on display in the museum. Today we look at the tractors. That's one of my favorite parts of this museum. Ladies, my apologies, but if you want to see an old parlor setup from the 1800s and early 1900s, then go to part one. But if you like old tractors and old iron, then be sure to stay tuned for part two of my visit to Fort Langley and the BC Farm Museum. Well, I'm back at the BC Farm Museum, and this time, part two of the video will concentrate on their wonderful collection of small farm tractors. And on the first video, you'll remember that we featured I believe it's a 1953 Farmall Super C that has been restored by the museum staff here. And it's just a beautiful little tractor. Perhaps you can get a really good view of how they overbuilt the front end loader on this thing. It's got some hefty angle iron there, and I'm not sure what the weight capacity on the bucket is, but it's a beautiful tractor. The museum did a fabulous job on its restoration, and a Super C. Super indicates hydraulics and just a small bump in horsepower. But there it is. Oh, my apologies. It's a 1951 Farmall Super C. Before restoration, this Super C sat covered in blackberry bushes in a farmer's field. Now it's completely functional thanks to the caliber equipment, and that's where I took one of my Farmalls. I think it was the 46M to caliber equipment and the workshop volunteers. So Shirley Riddell, it was stored in 2019 with the help of caliber equipment. Just a sweet little tractor. But here at the museum, you'll find everything from Cockshucks, Massey Harris, McCormick Deering, John Deere, and I believe that's a two-cylinder tractor. It's a 1953 Model G. Yeah, looks like a two-cylinder tractor. Minneapolis Moline. Another John Deere, that's the M. That's a very popular little tractor for fans of John Deere. 1950 John Deere M. Now, many Farmall fans will know International started lettering the opposite. The M was a big tractor in the Farmall International line, and the smallest was the Cub. And then the A, the B, the C, which we just saw, the H and the M, and then later on they went to the numbered series. But John Deere did things a little bit differently. Nice Canadian flag on it. There's a small little yard tractor, a Ford 1210. And there's a John Deere 1953 Model 40 sitting right there. And they've got an old seed drill, and there's a heavy workhorse, the R, 1953 John Deere R, and in front of it a beautiful W30 McCormick Deering and a gray McCormick Deering, and we'll try and work our way around the display of tractors. JDL, John Deere L, 1940, and it's sitting beside a little Massey Harris Pony. Pony, very popular tractor. A lot of farm kids learn to drive a tractor on a Massey Harris Pony or a Farm All A or a Cub. And then tucked in the corner, that doesn't look like farm equipment. It could be, but it looks like a little roller. Alice Chalmers, 1930U. There's a Titan, a 1918 International Harvester Titan. Another Alice, the Model B, Alice Chalmers Model B, and the Case L, 1938. That is one big block. Heavy tractor, very heavy tractor. That's an International 1918 Model 816 from IHC. Somewhere on it, it will have the old International Harvester Company logo, which was later changed throughout the years. Here we have a 1947 Farm All A, the wrong color, and the wrong decals. So I've offered to take this tractor apart, and they've got a great paint shop downstairs here at the museum and have it painted the correct color. So I'm not a volunteer here, but Wally, who heads up the shop downstairs, said, I'll take you up on your offer, you take it apart, we'll paint it the right color. There's a big difference between International Orange, which is used on radio towers, versus the International Red. Hopefully you can see the difference. The gas tank is the correct color, but the rest of the tractor is not. So the museum will get a new decal set, and they will repaint the tractor to the correct color. There's the Gibson garden tractor. Fun little tractor to run around the farm on. This tractor is kind of unique in the sense that the engine is mounted sideways all the way back. And you've got a pulley right here off the engine that runs this shaft that turns the fan to keep the rad cool and to keep the tractor cool. And then I see just one pipe coming out of the rad at the bottom. That must be the return from the pump or vice versa. And then a couple of return lines with the coolant. That's a Minneapolis, a 1929 model 17-30B Minneapolis, and it was called the Minneapolis. Kind of unique. I guess that keeps all the weight on the back wheels, but it's on steel wheels. Alice Chalmers Model D14, very popular tractor. Many Alice Chalmers fans love these little tractors. Very utility in the sense that they do a lot of work around the farm for a small tractor, pulling wagons, pulling a couple two bottom plow, and a variety of other chores. Caterpillar, some farmers, depending on soil conditions, loved the tracks over rubber tires. Better traction, great weight distribution, and these things would pull trains. This gives you a bit of an idea, along with some old signage, David Brown Tractors and Equipment, some signage, and old buggies and old wagons here at the BC Farm Museum in Fort Langley. The BC Farm Museum has British Columbia's largest collection of pioneer and agricultural artifacts in the province of British Columbia. The museum is located in the beautiful village of Fort Langley. That's BC's birthplace, where the province of British Columbia began. The museum is a place where the past greets the present through the rich and vibrant stories of the pioneer settlers of the Fraser Valley. Agriculture is indeed alive and well throughout the province of BC, and especially in the Fraser Valley. So when you're traveling to the lower mainland of BC, be sure to plan a day trip in Fort Langley, and remember that the Fort RV Park has plenty of room, and it's located within walking distance of everything Fort Langley has to offer the traveler. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to toddle in anytime. And be sure to give us a big thumbs up along with subscribing to Toddle In for more roadside stories from our travels here on Toddle In.